We'll go ahead and call tonight's regular city council meeting to order. And for tonight's invocation, we have Pastor Jerry Thorpe of the Faith Community Center. Pastor.
Dear God, Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the blessings you've given our city. We thank you for all of those who serve our city. Lord God, our fire department, our police department, our aldermen, our mayor. We thank you for every one of them. I pray that you will give our leaders wisdom tonight as they conduct this evening's business. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Larry Budd.
Here.
Sean Bertle.
Here.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Here.
Rob Heatherly.
Here.
Bruce Jones.
Here.
Rocky Moore.
Here.
Martin Voda.
Here.
Earl Walters.
Here.
All 8 aldermen present. Okay, we have a motion to utilize the omnibus vote
Second.
for approval of the minutes of the previous meetings listed on tonight's agenda under title Omnibus Vote Designation. Alderman Dorchenez, second by Alderman Jones. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Sean Bertle. Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Budd.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Okay, the minutes will be approved and will be the minutes of the public hearing held June 15th, 2015. Minutes of the regular meeting held June 15th, 2015. Minutes of the Finance Committee meeting held June 18th, 2015. Minutes of the Ordinance Committee meeting held June 18th, 2015. And minutes of the Street and Sewer Committee meeting held June 25th, 2015. I'd entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved, Your Honor. Second.
Alderman Heberlein, second by Alderman Walters. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Budd.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Okay, we have a new police officer. I'd ask Police Officer Dale Davis to please step forward and ask City Clerk Pam Peabody to please swear in our new officer.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer according to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you very much. Okay.
It's been a long journey to get to this point. To do all the testing and the background checks. And we before the list during the testing, I had phone calls on your behalf telling us that we needed to hire you, that you were a great, outstanding gentleman, and you'd be a tremendous asset to the agency. You recently graduated the Academy of Champaign Police Training Institute. During the graduation ceremony, he was recognized for his outstanding academic achievements. So, you graduated successfully from the Academy. It's our pleasure to present to you your state certification, authorizing you to be sworn law enforcement officer in the state of Illinois.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Between him and Officer Miller, we did basketball.
All right, moving on. The resolution and the ordinance are next on the agenda. I want to hold those for the appropriate committees. The resolution for the Street and Sewer Committee and the ordinance for the Ordinance Committee when we do the minutes of them, those committees. So we'll move on to a motion to approve payment of $3,000 to the Optimist Club for the annual fireworks. Okay, Alderman Bertle, second by Alderman Bud. Go ahead with your comment, Alderman Bud.
Everybody needs to realize that this was the third year and final year of that contract that they had. So they'll have to be renegotiating a new contract with the fireworks company for next year.
All right. Alderman Bertle.
Yeah, I want to thank the Optimist Club because my wife is insistent that we go out and sit on the dam every year and watch these fireworks. And, you know, when they were starting to have some trouble with raising funds for the fireworks, you could tell that the level of the fireworks had to go down because the cost was getting to be so enormous. But this year, especially the finale, was beyond belief from past years. It was really, really exceptional this year. And it goes to show that with a little bit of help from the press and the Optimist Club, I think they've done a good job of raising funds to keep this going. So I hope that we can work with them in the future, and I hope that their fundraising activity continues. It's great that it has been.
Well, I talked to Jim Adcock from the Optimist Club today, and he wanted me to extend the Optimist Club's thanks to the city for helping make this year's fireworks program a success. And he wanted to thank the contributions made by the sponsors and by the public that enabled them to help meet their goal this year. So, you know, we made our promise for the $3,000, which will prove tonight, but we also kind of underwrote the project saying, if you need more, come back to us. And he was happy to be able to tell me that they met their goal, and the $3,000 would be just fine. They don't need any more this year. So, if no one has anything else, we'll take a roll call.
Rob Heatherly?
Yes.
Bruce Jones?
Yes.
Rocky Moore?
Yes.
Martin Voda?
Yes.
Earl Walters?
Yes.
Larry Bud?
Yes.
Sean Bertle?
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Okay, next we have a motion to allow the Illinois Federation of Business Women's Club to hold a fundraiser on July 25th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon in conjunction with the farmers market.
Your Honor, I'd like to address that first and ask permission to open the floor so I could present Miss Amy Hagan to speak to the issue.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take the motion, and then we'll take a comment. So you want to make the motion?
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Okay. Second by Alderman Heberlin. Go ahead, Alderman Walters.
All right. Make a motion that we open the floor so that
Okay.
Amy Hagan with the organization can address the council and tell us a little bit more about what she's trying to accomplish.
Rocky, going to second that motion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Amy?
Thank you very much, Mayor Brevitz. Good evening, city council members.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, Earl. I appreciate you allowing me to be here and get me on the agenda. What we are hoping to do, with your permission, is to have a fundraiser in conjunction with the farmers market on the date of July 25th. As you know, the farmers market runs from 9 a.m. to noon, and we would like to request permission to be able to set up our event beginning at 8 a.m. Basically, as you're familiar with, the farmers market runs on the east side of the Taylorville Square, and we'd like to be able to run our event on the north side. With Earl's help, I was able to identify the fact that the best place to set up our event would be on the inside lane nearest to the north side of the courthouse lawn. But basically what the event is a fundraiser for the Illinois Federation of Business Women's Clubs. It's a name that's familiar to you all because we come to you once a year and you assist us in kicking off our Business and Professional Women's Week. And you, the mayor, so generously reads a proclamation on our behalf. But what we're hoping to do is this fundraiser on July 25th for a 3-hour period whereby all of the proceeds from the event would go to our scholarship fund. We fund a couple of different scholarship funds. One is Women in Transition, and the other is for high school graduates that are looking to a career in a trade or in the business world. So the monies will definitely are needed and will be well used. So we were able to fund more scholarships this year than ever before as a result of our fundraising efforts. And like most organizations, it's always a matter of trying to find that next new thing that's going to attract people to the event and encourage them to want to spend money with us. So we're hoping that it's a successful venture, but we'd like to request the council's permission to proceed with our effort.
And Your Honor, I spoke with Amy on numerous occasions about this, and she'll need some help from Superintendent Wiseman with some additional sawhorse barricades. They'll basically be starting at the northeast corner of the square, and they'll proceed around to at least the center sidewalk on the east side on the north side of the square on the inside lane.
Any other questions? Alderman Jones?
You talk about the next best thing to help you raise your funds. Do we get a preview of what your fundraiser is actually going to entail?
Well, I did not come up with the name, but it's called Junk in the Trunk. And basically, it's a rummage sale of sorts where our members and friends of members are invited to come out that day, pop the trunk of their vehicle, and display their wares, and all of the proceeds of what is sold will go towards our scholarship fund.
Okay, great, thank you.
And, Your Honor, they do have the insurance certificate, and we've discussed the parameters of what they're supposed to do and what they can't do. So I would encourage my fellow aldermen to support this effort. And as a side note, they were also, I think I'll word it right, responsible for the Lieutenant Governor visiting the city of Taylorville. The first time that's ever happened that we've had Lieutenant Governor visit the city of Taylorville.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, then I think all we need is all those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes.
Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much, Mayor Brotherton.
Congratulations. Good luck to you. Yeah.
Motion to close the floor.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Second? Second. Alderman Bertle. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Floor closed. Back to work. Next, we have a motion to reject all bids for the mill and resurface of East Main Cross from Pawpaw Street to Water Street.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor, with a
Okay.
comment.
Second.
Second by Alderman Heberlin. Go ahead with the comment, Alderman Walters.
We thought we were going to get a lot of contractors to bid on this, but we were really disappointed that we didn't, and all of the bids came in above what we estimated through the city engineer. So we felt that we really had to reject all the bids at this time.
Okay. Any other comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Bruce Jones?
Yes.
Rocky Moore?
Yes.
Martin Voda?
Yes.
Earl Walters?
Yes.
Larry Bud?
Yes.
Sean Bertle?
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez?
Yes.
Rob Heberlin?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Next, we have a motion to rebid at a future date the mill and resurface of East Main Cross from Pawpaw Street to Water Street.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor, with a comment on that also.
Okay.
Second.
Second by Alderman Heberlin. Go ahead with your comment.
My comment would be that we hope that because of what's happening in Springfield with withholding funds and from various contracts and projects, that we will have maybe a few more contractors that are a little bit hungry that would want to bid on this to keep their workers working during this impasse with the state of Illinois.
Just one question, Your Honor.
Alderman Voda.
What window frame are we looking at on the secondary bid? Do we have an idea as to how long we're going to wait?
When we want to do it, probably the end of July, the first part of
Okay,
August.
that's what I need. Appreciate that.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Rocky Moore?
Yes.
Martin Voda?
Yes.
Earl Walters?
Yes.
Larry Bud?
Yes.
Sean Bertle?
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez?
Yes.
Rob Heberlin?
Yes.
Bruce Jones?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Next, we have a motion to move the Ordinance and Finance Committee meetings to Wednesday, July 15th
So moved.
from Thursday, the 16th.
Second.
Alderman Jones, second by Alderman Bud. Discussion or comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. We go to city attorney updates, but he is out of the city and his plane is delayed, so he will not make it here tonight in time for the meeting. So we'll move on to mayor updates. Just a couple quick things here. First of all, I hope everyone enjoyed the holiday weekend, and we once again want to thank the AMVETs for sponsoring the parade and the Optimist Club for providing the tremendous fireworks display. I also want to issue a special thanks to Lake Superintendent Alan Jackson for all he does to make July 4th celebration come together for the city. So I want to thank him for that. He puts in probably 16 hours that day while we're all enjoying the weekend. On that same day, on Saturday at 2 p.m., we held a short dedication ceremony at the parking lot located east of the Spillway Dam, for the plaque out there to dedicate the spillway to the veterans. There was a fairly small turnout of people present, and I'll take the blame for that because we really didn't have time to publicize the event. We weren't sure that the base was going to be prepared in time, but I hated the 4th to go by without recognizing that at some point. So I want to thank the Breeze and the radio station for their coverage of it, kind of a last-minute type thing, and apologize that we couldn't get some more advance notice out there. The only other thing I have is the word procrastination. It's the act or habit of procrastinating or putting off or delaying, especially something requiring immediate attention. Well, several weeks ago, someone left a message on my phone answering machine that suggests I prepare a proclamation to honor a lady that had worked as a volunteer deliverer with the Meals on Wheels programs for over 40 years. Now, the caller didn't leave a name, and she's not contacted me since, but I am sure the individual she was referring to was Elma Masters. Well, a week ago, Elma Masters passed away, so we didn't get the chance to do the proclamation, but she was an incredible person. She passed away at 93 years of age, but she touched so many lives in the people of this community. She taught Sunday school at the First United Methodist Church for over 62 years, and she did this Meals on Wheels for 41 years. She was volunteering for everything. I referred to her as Taylorville's Mother Teresa. I mean, anyone in need, Elma was there to help them out. She went to all the nursing homes to visit people there, and it was just really incredible what she did with those years in her life. And we will certainly miss her. So I just wanted to mention that. That's all I've got. Let's move on to committee reports. Discussions and or motions to approve, adopt, and or deny, and or table, and or amend, and or refer to an appropriate committee in whole or in part the matters regarding the following subject matters discussed at the committee level. We'll start off with the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Motion to accept the property and equipment insurance through Cincinnati Insurance Company for $55,619 by increasing the deductible to $2,500 for the building and contents, the general liability and auto coverage through Travelers, and the pollution liability / storage tank environmental impairment insurance through Crum and Forster for $5,730, and all of this insurance will be provided through Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC. Make that in form of motion.
Get a second on that?
I'll second that, Your Honor.
Alderman Walters, discussion or comment? Roll call. Alderman Dorchenez.
I was at the meeting that night and listened to the presentation, and I appreciate the fact that Mr. McNeely put all this together for us. He did an excellent job, answered all our questions. That evening, up until the time that Mr. Cocaine had made the recommendation that we saved $12,000 by going with one beacon, I was in favor of Travelers, but I've changed my mind based upon his comments and the savings of $12,000, and so I'm going to be voting no because I prefer one beacon.
Okay. Any other comments before we vote? Go ahead, Alderman Budd.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a difference between the two. As we know, Travelers is an A++. One beacon is just an A. Travelers does a $2 million uninsured motorist, where one beacon only does a $2 million, and they only do a $1 million. One of the problems that we also run into here is that for the new fire truck, through Travelers covers the equipment and everything on the truck. One beacon will not cover it. Cincinnati would have to cover any of the equipment on there. So there might be a possibility that we could have a problem because of trying to say that equipment's on that truck. Or with Travelers, there's no question. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, we'll specifically list that equipment. It needs to be pulled off of the auto policy and written on the property policy. So we'll list it. If it's not permanently attached, then it would be covered on the Cincinnati policy. So, I mean, there's a possibility there could be an issue with that. I couldn't totally rule that out, but it would be insured.
Right. I mean, we wouldn't have had a long discussion that night about this insurance, and we all know that Travelers has been very good to the city. Anytime there's been a claim, they've been right there to settle the claims. And I, like to get the bids out there, but with not knowing much about one beacon, I will support Travelers tonight until we can get real good history on one beacon.
Okay. Anyone else before we vote?
Yes.
Alderman Walters and then Alderman Dorchenez.
Thank
Alderman
you, Your
Walters.
Honor. Being my past history has been in the insurance business, I've had a good professional and personal relationship with Mr. McNeely and the principals out there for too many years to remember. And we've always worked very well together, never had any problems whatsoever. and we have a known quantity here. He does a lot of things above and beyond for us locally. We can always call him, go to him. He'll respond or come to a meeting to try to help us out or explain things. So I'm more than comfortable with staying with Travelers, and I will be voting that way.
Alderman Dorchenez.
Well, Mr. McNeely would come with One Beacon also, would you not?
Yes.
Okay, so the relationship would be just as good with you with One Beacon as it would with Travelers. Is that not true?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And also, I don't know who put this together, but they also tout that One Beacon also has insurance with the city of Champaign, city of Carbondale, Bloomington, Indiana, and numerous Indiana municipalities. So for $12,000, I'd like to give them a try, but that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
We're voting to
To go with the package that includes Travelers.
Travelers. Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
No.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-1. Okay, we have a, let's see.
Next motion
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry. Losing
is
track of
to
time.
refund $625 to Mr. Raj Patel, Ved Shiri Corp., First Class Liquors. This is because they sold the business before they actually needed, they paid it, but it was sold before the date of it, so we're refunding them for $625.
Get a second?
Form of motion.
Get a second on that?
Second.
Alderman Moore, discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
The next motion out of there was to allow the mayor and the city attorney to continue negotiating with American Tower lease agreement for the council consideration. Have a comment with that.
Okay, Alderman Bud, can I get a second?
Second.
Second, Alderman Voda, go ahead with your comment, Alderman Bud.
There was, I know at our meetings, there was some discussion that went on about this, and we were under the opinion that it was going to increase to 1,033, but after talking to, I can't remember his name.
Mr. Lester.
Mr. Lester with American Tower, that actually is only increasing to $700 a month, and then the 3% each year, and then if they did put another tower up there, we would get 20% of that revenue, versus the $140,000 to sell the property. And it was the committee's opinion to stay with the 700, to go to the 700 and the 3%, and then the 20% if that, instead of selling the property.
Anyone else? Roll,
I had
Alderman Walters.
looking at the minutes of the meeting, this comment came from Alderman Moore, and I have to agree with him 100%. If American Tower wants to be a good neighbor with us, they'll clean up all that brush and that junk and that crap that's out there on that property. It's a nasty eyesore. Now, I haven't been out there the last few days, so maybe it's been cleaned up, but no, it hasn't. So,
We'll bring that up in negotiations. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Okay, the next item is to, the motions regarding the appropriation/budget. First motion was to recommend to the city council to approve the fiscal year 5/1/2015 to 4/30/2016 budget in the amount of $56,410,002. Make that in form of motion.
Okay, get a second on that. Second by Alderman Bertle. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
The next motion was to recommend to the city council approve the fiscal year 5/1/15 to 4/30/16 appropriations in the amount of $74,463,600. Make that in form of motion.
Okay, get a second on that.
Second.
Alderman Voda. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Motion
And-
passes 8-0. I got one quick question, since our city attorney's not here. Is this something the mayor normally votes on?
Can't hurt.
Why don't we play it- why don't
Just
we
in
play it
case I
safe?
vote yay on both of them, so there we
Let's
go.
play it safe.
All right. Go ahead, Alderman Bud.
And the next motion was for the city council to direct the city clerk's office to prepare the appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year 2015-2016 in the amount of $74,463,600, and that the document become available for public inspection in the city clerk's office beginning July 10th, 2015, and that a public hearing will be set for 6:45 p.m. on Monday, July 20th, 2015. Make that
Second.
formal motion.
Second by Alderman Jones. Discussion or comment? Roll call.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
And the mayor votes yes as well.
Yes, sorry.
And then the final thing was a motion to approve the minutes of the July 6th finance meeting.
Okay, get a second on that. Alderman Voda. Discussion or comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Moving on to ordinance committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We had a motion to amend the proposed ordinance with the changes as discussed and direct the mayor to set a public hearing and plan commission meeting at July 20th, 2015 at 6 p.m. I'll make that motion.
Okay, get a second on that.
Second.
Alderman Bud. Discussion or comment? Alderman
Refresh my
Dorchenez.
memory, what was the proposed ordinance?
This was the special use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Motion to direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance placing the sign for no parking this side on the north side of the spillway bridge. I'd like to make that motion.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
Second by Alderman Walters. Discussion or comment? Roll call.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
And with that, we have the ordinance tonight that's already prepared. I'd like to make a motion we accept that ordinance. And that was on the front of your agenda that the mayor held, amending section 6431 of the city code, adding a no parking area at Lake Spillway Bridge.
Okay. Second by Alderman Voda. Discussion or comment? Roll call.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Okay, next was a motion to prepare an ordinance regarding the regulation and restriction of storage pods and cargo freight containers on commercial and residential properties and refer back to the ordinance committee for their review. I'd like to make that motion.
Alderman Jones, second by Alderman Voda. Discussion or comment?
I would like to amend that to direct the city attorney to prepare the ordinance.
Okay. Alderman Voda, you amend your second.
You betcha.
Okay. Any other comments?
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
And we also have a motion to prepare an ordinance regarding the assessment of attorney fees and collection costs for delinquent accounts if legally permissible. I'd like to amend that to direct the city attorney.
Okay. There's a second on that?
Second is
Al- Alderman Voda. Discussion or comment? Roll call.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Moving on to Street and Sewer Committee.
Thank you, Your Honor. First motion I'd like to make would be motion to reimburse Monica Grant $1,237.50. That's one half of the $2,475 excavating bill for repairs to her sewer at 608 Pauline Street.
Second.
Okay. Second by Alderman Moore. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Make a motion to approve the request of the Knights of Columbus for a charitable fund drive at the corner of Webster and West Main Cross on Friday and Saturday, September the 25th and 26th for their annual Tootsie Roll fundraiser, subject to receipt of a current certificate of insurance.
Second.
Second by Alderman Heberlin. Discussion or comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes.
Motion to approve the June the 9th, 2015 tree board minutes.
Second.
Second by Alderman Heberlin. Discussion or comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion passes.
Motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement, cooperation agreement with the Village of Morrisonville to provide a Vector and personnel to perform line cleaning on a portion of the village's sanitary and/or storm sewer system.
Get a second on that? Second by Alderman Heberlin. Discussion or comment? Roll call.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherling.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
And while we're on that one, we have on the front of the agenda for the city council meeting, the resolution. Make a motion, well, you want to do that, Your Honor?
Yeah, just the resolution authorizing execution of the intergovernmental cooperation agreement with the Village of Morrisonville disregarding the Vector and sanitary and/or sewers and our storm sewers system line cleaning work.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Okay.
Second.
Second by Alderman Heberlin. Discussion or comment? All those in favor? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's do a roll call.
Rob Heatherling.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Next motion is to allow City Engineer Joe Green to pursue an easement agreement with the owners for the property north of the dead end of Snodgrass Street, northwest 1/4 of Section 23T13 R2W for the 30-inch sanitary sewer.
Okay, get a second on that?
Second.
Second by Alderman Bud. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherling.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Make a motion to direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance replacing the yield sign at 2nd and South Main Street with a stop sign.
Second.
And I'll address that also.
Okay, second by Alderman Moore. Go ahead with your comments, Alderman Walters.
If you gentlemen are familiar with this intersection, this is where you make a sharp left turn and go up over the hill, I call it, of the railroad tracks across to go into Manners Park. So the yield sign is not doing the job because of some close calls that we've had there, so we're hoping that a stop sign will be a little bit more prudent.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez. Excuse me. Bernie Dorchenez.
Sometimes I struggle with that myself.
Joke.
Motion passes
Rob Heatherling
8-0.
and Bruce
Yeah.
Jones. Sorry, I got two more.
Okay.
You can say Dorch if you want. That'll help you out.
Next
Got
motion is,
choked.
You got everyone?
Yes.
All right. Motion passes 8-0.
motion to accept a low quote of $26,000 from Bullard Painting to reseal the roofs on the office/shop and the tandem garage at the street department, which includes a 10-year coating product manufacturer warranty by Sherwin-Williams and labor of any leaks by Bullard Painting for 10 years.
Second.
Second by Alderman Heberlin. Discussion or comment? Roll call, please.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherling.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
Next motion is to direct Superintendent Wiseman to proceed with repairs to 1400 East and 1700 North Road in Ward 1 for a cost of approximately $25,000 coming from the special projects line item.
Second.
Second by Alderman Moore. Discussion or comment?
My comment.
Alderman Bertle.
You know, you guys are tired of hearing me say this, I'm sure, but I'm gonna continue to say it, 'cause the roads in this town are awful, and Dick does the best job he can do with what he's given. But once again, here's another $25,000 we're spending on, and I know this road's busy, and I understand there's truck traffic, and everybody's got their opinions on whether we should do this or not, but it's $25,000 we're spending on a road that doesn't have any residents on it. And if there is there anybody live on that road, Dick?
Yeah.
You got a couple residents there, so I wanna make sure I got my facts right here. But anyway, there's a very limited number of people that live on it. And $25,000 of road work in town on roads that are traveled each and every day, I just struggle with it. I'm gonna support it, but I don't like it necessarily. I think that we really need to get more money on the roads, and we've been talking about it since I've been on the council, and I've been on here 6 years, and we still ain't putting any money on the roads. So I think that at some point, we're gonna have to figure out a way to do that, like we figure out a way to do everything else in the city.
I agree. The only thing I would say on this is, one of the things we're hoping those trucks use that a little bit more than going through our city roads, so we might win on that side of it. Alderman Dorchenez.
You had me spellbound there for a minute, and
did.
And I was gonna vote no along with you.
No,
And now you're gonna support it?
I'm gonna
Here
support
I was
it.
gonna vote no with you, and now you're gonna support it, so now I gotta vote yes.
No, you do what you want. I'm not giving no.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
No?
No.
Next, we have a motion to approve and ratify payment of bills in the amount of $320,094.64. Alderman Bud, can I get a second?
Second.
Alderman Bertle. Go ahead, Alderman Bud, with your comments.
Health insurance, $107,389.60. What this does not include is the vision care. We did not receive an invoice for that this time. So this number would have been higher had we received that. Healthcare tax, $3,908.32. Workers' comp for August, $24,415. Electric, $9,843.18. Office supplies, $1,136.40. Walmart and Ron's for miscellaneous, $2,261.45. Garbage, $1,772. Post office, $1,000. Christian County Treasurer for real estate taxes, $2,260.77. Downtown Taylorville.org. This is a hotel motel, January, February, March, $2,728.51. The THS band, $2,500. CMB Bank and Trust for final payment of the 2013 Ford Interceptor, $21,319.98. Taylorville Fire Protection District, and this is half of the sale of the rescue truck, $21,397.99. Meyer, Austin, Romano, $6,000. Green and Bradford, $18,476.61. Lewis Marsh, $16,365.66. Salone Implement, $1,012.85. Altorfer, $2,777.01. Unique Temporary Help, $4,659.30. Police Department Uniform Allowance, $1,035.67. Pages Auto Body for the 2013 Ford Fusion, $9,091.91. Fire ATI Services of Illinois Maintenance on Vehicles, $2,310.43. Municipal Emergency Supply Services, Equipment and Supplies, $3,465.84. Uniform Allowance, $1,650.56. Streets, Bodine Electric, Maintenance on Traffic Lights, $1,296.65. Blueville Garage for Maintenance and Repairs, $1,656.61. Water Department Chemicals, $11,842.57. Midwest Meter for Supplies and Maintenance, $7,426.83. USA Blue Book, $1,497.02. Airport Filter Corp of America for filters for the gas tanks, $1,232.86. And these all totaled up to $293,731.58.
Okay, thank you. Alderman Walters.
I think we've discussed this before just briefly, but if you gentlemen will look at the back of all the bills, someone, and it wasn't us in town here, is putting the clerk's office through these manual checks. There's an additional 13 pages she has to do because of some new regulation, which is just totally uncalled for. So it's extra work she has to be putting her clerks through and herself through to satisfy some requirement that probably wasn't needed in the first place.
Okay. Sure. Anyone else? The only thing, I did see an article online where they estimated health insurance increase for the policy premiums this year. I think in Illinois the average was 25%, and some of the other states it was 30 and 40%, because they apparently underestimated the fact that if you actually made the people pay for the insurance, they might use the product, and so they underestimated how much they would be using it, and so that's the excuse they're giving for raising the rates. So, interesting. Roll call, please.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Sean Bertle.
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez.
Yes.
Rob Heatherly.
Yes.
Bruce Jones.
Yes.
Rocky Moore.
Yes.
Martin Voda.
Yes.
Earl Walters.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Okay, per subparagraph G of 5 ILCS 120/2.06, this portion of the City Council meeting is reserved for any person wishing to address the council on any relevant subject matters concerning the city. Would anyone out there like to address the council?
Maybe Cindy.
Appears not.
Mr. Mayor.
See, Alderman Bud.
I would like to thank the fire and police departments for escorting the high school band out of the city the other night. There was probably 30, 40 of us over there at Jensen's, and cheering them on as they were going out. And it was good to see the fire department and the police department giving them escort out of the city.
Yep. Alderman Jones.
Having to deal with the 4th of July parade, our band was out of town, but as you noticed, we had a band for Taylorville.
did?
And the people that spent their time and sacrificed their Saturday and had to rehearse and all of that, the alumni that got in there and made that happen, that deserves a round of applause. They did an excellent job, and that's the way Taylorville is. When something needs done, somebody's going to get up and do it, and they got up and did it. I commend them wholeheartedly.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, seeing no additional items on the agenda, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So, second, Your Honor.
So second?
Who said the first one?
Me.
Alderman Bertle,
Me.
second by Alderman Walters.
Call your name, Larry. Loud and proud.
All those in favor? Aye. Again, 42 p.m.